Campaign, my friends, is about a very simple thing. It's about taking this country back and taking the great Arizona leadership style to Washington, D.C., and there's no way to do that. There's no way to do that unless we fire San Francisco liberal Kamala Harris and promote Donald Trump to President of the United States. Now, we're here, and I want to talk a little bit about the border, my friends, because you guys see it more than anybody else. The American southern border is a disaster, and we're going to talk about the ways in which Kamala Harris has broken it. We're going to talk about the ways in which Donald Trump has fixed it, and then we're going to talk to the American media afterwards. So we'll take some questions from the press, because whether they're hostile or friendly, if you want to be the people's president or vice president, you ought to talk to the press. You ought to make your case to the American people and not run from them. And I'm sure, because President Trump and I are the only candidates in this race who will actually talk to the press, that they'll only ask us friendly and nice questions, right? Don't hold your breath. And by the way, it's good to be here in Arizona, even in early September. I will tell you, though, we brought the whole crew to Arizona. I got my lovely wife, Usha. Usha, where'd they put you? But we brought our 3 kids. They're 7, 4, and 2, and we even brought our dog. And I'll tell you, after about 15 minutes this morning in the Arizona heat, they were all tapped out. You guys are a lot tougher in Arizona than we are in the state of Ohio. I have never seen 3 kids who were anxious to get out of a hotel room wilt in 15 minutes. They were ready for the AC after about 15 minutes, and we're so thrilled with the welcome that you guys have given them, and we're so thrilled with what this state could be with better leadership at the federal level. I mean, think about this, y'all. So, Kamala Harris is an interesting candidate. Yeah, we should boo her because she deserves it. I won't stop you from doing that. But think about this. This is a person who became the Vice President of the United States on a promise of open borders, and she actually delivered. On day one, Kamala Harris said, we're going to suspend deportations. On day one, Kamala Harris said, we're going to stop Donald Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. And remember, what that does is, if you come into this country and you claim asylum, you got to wait in Mexico while your claim is being adjudicated. We're not going to release you into the country, give you a work permit and health care benefits. You got to remain in Mexico. She stopped that policy on day one. And then also on day one, she re-implemented the terrible catch and release policy that allows people to take advantage of our system. She stopped the border wall. You go to the border wall, of course, all across the state of Arizona. You see it sitting there on the ground. And she did this crazy thing where they did parole for millions upon millions of illegal aliens. That is the record of Kamala Harris. Well, I bring a